heading up towards Stirling, which I can see just across the valley. It's freezing, but I'm sweating. I've got sweat in my eyes, running down my back. As soon as I stop, I'm going to feel it. Let's keep moving. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're off to Mount Stirling in central Victoria. It's a 10-point SOTA summit located about 3 hours drive from Melbourne. Due to the time of year, I'm also after the seasonal bonus. Unfortunately, Michelle's not with us on this trip, so I'll try and give you a couple of good tips to make up for that. Our day's starting about 6 a.m. We need to do that to make the drive, which is normally about 2.5 to 3 hours from Melbourne, to get up to Mount Stirling. That way we can make an early start and get on the trail. So last time I came up to this area, I did the activation on Mount Buller, and the cloud cover was right across the peak of the summit. Today there was fog warnings, and I've just come through Mansfield and the fog's lifted. It's going to be a bright sunny day. The weather forecast was for about 6 degrees. I put an alert up on Parks and Peaks and SOTA Watch for a possible activation around about midday, which is about 0200 UTC. The way I'm going, that's quite likely, just depending on what happens when I get to Telephone Box Junction. So when you pass the Mount Buller and Stirling Resort entry gate, which is on Mount Buller Road, you immediately do a left turn up Mount Stirling Road. It's around about 10 kilometres of driving on dirt road, and that'll get you through to Telephone Box Junction. This is where the Ski Patrol have their office. It's also got the little hire shop in there and their cafe. This is the trailhead for all your snow adventure activities, and that's what Mount Stirling's set up for. The Ski Patrol staff were really helpful and gave me some good advice on the conditions of the trails. That made it easy for me to decide I was definitely going up to Stirling, and I was going to come back for Winstanley on another day. I haven't been up to the summit before, but I'm pretty sure there's no trees at the top, so I'm taking a little bit of extra radio gear, including my 12-metre extendable spider beam with all the guy ropes and pegs that I'd need if I end up having to stick that up. I'm also squeezing in a little bit of extra winter gear with a puffer jacket, a Gore-Tex, and of course the snowshoes just in case. When I get to the top, I really want to be comfortable. I'm not here for an experiment in suffering. I haven't got my buddy to share the load with today, and I'm carrying a little bit of extra winter gear, so the whole lot's adding up to just over 18 kilograms. I decided to take the northern route across Stirling Trail to get to the summit. That's around about 7.5 kilometres of walking. Later in the day, the Ski Patrol guys convinced me to take Bluff Spur Trail back down from the summit, which gets you back to the Telephone Box Junction in about 5.5 kilometres. When you leave the trailhead heading up towards the machinery shed, you're going from about 1,264 metres above sea level up to about 1,478. The walk from the trailhead up to the machinery shed's around about 2 kilometres. Get pretty warm by that stage, so I stopped to shed a few layers before I headed into the snow line. The snow on this occasion was starting around about 1,500 metres. Here we go, heading up towards Stirling, which I can see just across the valley. Interesting part about this sort of hiking is it's freezing, but I'm sweating. I've got sweat in my eyes, running down my back. As soon as I stop, I'm going to feel it. It's also one of the first times where I'm starting to get a clear view across the valley to Mount Buller. So that was the location of the other recent video, Aussie Snow SOTA. Beautiful day for it today. Bit of sunshine, a little bit of cloud. It's nice and bright. Let's keep moving.
So this is the last little bit. There's the trig marker for Mount Stirling up on the top. I could probably chuck snowshoes on for this one, but I won't. I'll just rough it out with my hiking boots for this. So here I am on the summit of Mount Stirling in the activation zone. It's actually pretty civilized up here at the moment. There's lots of space, plenty of rocks. There's even a pole there which I reckon I'm going to use to stick my antenna up on. Got pretty sweaty on the way up there, so I reckon I just need to get some layers back on before I cool down too much. That's hot already. Here I am on the top of Mount Stirling, looking across to Mount Buller over there. And if I cut this out to the angle to the north, no doubt that little one just there's, where are we? Not there, out there, that's got to be Winstanley. So that's the next one on the agenda, I think. Okay, here we are with the G90 set up on the top of Mount Stirling. Check that out in the background, there's Mount Buller. Here's my spider beam pole set up with a bit of an inverted L. Little SOTA flag flying over there. Gonna set up now and put out a few calls. A VK3 Whiskey Mike Delta portable on Mount Stirling. CQ SOTA, CQ SOTA.
VK3 Whiskey Mike Delta, VK2 Delta Alpha.
VK2 Delta Alpha. I have a nice signal from you today. I was going to say good morning, it's good afternoon now. Name this end as Bernie, over.
Roger, Bernie, thanks for that. You're 5 and 9 here, nice signal. Name is Andrew, location yes. Yankee Alpha Sierra Sierra. So 5 and 9, Bernie, and got all your details.
I received it, Andrew. Thanks for that. Yeah, I did just put up a self spot there, so good to hear. Getting into Yass there with a 5.9, and yeah, you've got a really nice clear signal as well, so I'll give that a 5.9 back. Over.
Roger. Okay, thanks, Bernie. So see you later. Thanks for the contact.
Good.
VK3WMD, VK2 Delta Alpha.
Receive that, Andrew. Thanks very much for that, mate. Much appreciate you being there for the contact. Mate, first one for the day, so let's see how we go. 73s.
VK2 India Oscar.
VK2 India Oscar. Good afternoon, Gerard. How are you today? I'm getting a nice clear signal. Over.
Yeah, good afternoon, Bernie. I thought it was going to be strong, but no, you're 5 and 7. Lovely copy, 5 and 7.
VK3 Alpha Papa Juliet. Again, another nice clear signal from you. Name this end as Bernie. Over.
Yeah, not sure I caught your name. I think it might have been Ben. Name here is Andrew in Horsham, Western Victoria. I'll give you probably a 5 and 7 I'd take. 5 and 7, a bit of QRM this end, that's it. All right, all the best, 73s.
Roger. Thanks for the contact there. 73s.
VK3 Foxtrot.
I had two stations there, but VK3 Papa Foxtrot. Peter, you're coming in really strong. Good afternoon. Over.
Good afternoon, Bernie. 5 and 9, 59 from Mount Stirling to Latrobe Valley today, over.
I received that. Yeah, that's a really nice signal from you too. Much appreciated. Yeah, I'm again running my NFED half wave, which is an inverted L today, and it seems to be performing quite well. So thanks very much for the contact there, Peter. So return to you is 5.9 plus, over.
Yeah, Roger, Bernie. Enjoy. Hope the conditions aren't too cold up there, and enjoy the walk back down. And you're going to get around to Winstanley later, over.
Good. I was really hoping to do Winstanley today, but just looking at the time frames I've got here, and I might be pushing it a little bit, but I've been really lucky with the conditions. Snow was completely walkable on the way up, but here on the summit it's actually quite dry and comfortable. Over.
Yeah, roger that. No, well, I'm not surprised given the weather we've had of late, and I suspect that over at Buller that there'll be plenty of browny green areas, and that the only real scheme will probably be where they've got snow mushing, but anyway, that's just to get them and check the website. Good luck and enjoy the afternoon. Thanks for the contact, 73.
Roger. Thanks as always, Pete. Much appreciated. I think I'm getting VK2 Lima Alpha X-ray. Is that correct, over? I think was that VK5 India Sierra or similar, over? Two stations there. I'll take VK3 Uniform Alpha Oscar first. I have a nice strong signal from you. Good afternoon, over.
VK3 Papa X-ray Sierra.
VK3 Papa X-ray Sierra. Good strong signal from you. Good afternoon. Came up a bit there, VK3 November Papa. Yeah, that time much better signal, 5.7, over.
So the GoPro froze about there, and I ended up missing the contacts with VK3 Sierra Golf and VK7 Zulu Alpha. That was 11 QSOs, just in time for the ski patrol to turn up and take an interest in what I was up to.
What you doing?
So this is called SOTA, Summits on the Air.
Yeah.
And so I've just been on air talking to people from all over the state.
Very cool.
So the ski patrol guys hung around, had a good look, took a few photos, even asked some questions. They were really interested in what was going on, and they gave me some tips about getting down the mountain as quickly as possible as well. So the guys gave me the advice to head down Bluff Spur track. Apparently it's the shortest and quickest direct route back to the telephone box junction. So since they're the experts, I took on board what they had to say, and that's exactly what I did. So if I had any tips to make your trip easier if you want to activate Stirling, I'd say there is the option of catching a shuttle from Telephone Box Junction up to the snow line. The staff down there at the junction will set that up for you for about $20. Other than that, the tracks are really good. I recommend this no matter what time of year. Of the trips I've done lately, this one has absolutely been one of my favourite. So if you found this video either entertaining or useful, you might want to check back soon. I'm planning a couple more videos. I'm going to do Mount Winstanley and or Mount St Philac. Either way, I'll stick those videos up as soon as possible. Hopefully Michelle can get back on board and do some SOTA with me when she's not out doing adult things like earning money. In the meantime, thanks for coming. VK3 WMD on behalf of Aussie SOTA Ops, out.